Have you ever stepped into a home and immediately felt a sense of calm? As if the air itself carried a quiet serenity. And then? There are other places, homes that feel inexplicably heavy. Where tension lingers. And restful sleep seems impossible. What if I told you that this invisible energy isn't just random, but deeply connected to the way we arrange our surroundings? Now, imagine something as ordinary as your shoes, yes. The ones you take off every day without a second thought, holding the power to shape the energy of your home. In ancient traditions like Buddhism and Feng Shui, every object carries energy. And the placement of even the smallest things can affect your health, relationships, and spiritual well-being. For centuries, Buddhist monks have followed the practice of removing their shoes before entering sacred spaces, not just for cleanliness, but to leave behind worldly burdens. But what happens when we ignore this wisdom in our own homes? Could the placement of your shoes be silently disrupting the harmony in your life? Today, we're going to uncover the hidden energy behind this everyday habit. You'll learn why Buddhist teachings warn against leaving shoes in certain areas, how energy flows within your home, and simple yet powerful adjustments that can transform your space into a sanctuary of peace and positivity. Stay with me until the end, because this small change could hold the key to a more peaceful, prosperous, and spiritually aligned life. The symbolism of shoes in spiritual teachings goes far beyond their practical function. In many traditions, they represent the journey of life, carrying the weight of our experiences, struggles, and energy from every place we've walked. This is why the placement of shoes in your home can have a deeper impact than you might realize. In Buddhism, shoes symbolize worldly attachments, our desires, distractions, and burdens. Monks remove their shoes before entering temples not only as a sign of respect but as a ritual of letting go, leaving behind material concerns before stepping into a space of purity. The same principle applies to our homes. If shoes absorb the energy of the outside world, bringing them into sacred spaces like the bedroom or living areas can disrupt the balance of your personal environment. Consider someone like Barack Obama during his presidency. Every day, he faced immense pressure, global challenges, and intense decision-making. If he had carried that stress home, both symbolically and physically, without creating a boundary between the world's chaos and his personal space, it could have weighed him down. Great leaders often have rituals to leave work at the door. Whether through meditation, exercise, or simply changing clothes. In a similar way, where we place our shoes can serve as a boundary between external stress and inner peace. Both Buddhist philosophy and Feng Shui emphasize that everything in our home carries energy. And shoes, in particular, hold the residue of our experiences, whether from a stressful workday, a tense argument, or a crowded public place. When placed incorrectly, they can interfere with the natural energy flow of your home, leading to mental fatigue, restlessness, and even strained relationships. Certain areas are particularly sensitive to this. The entrance of your home is where energy flows in and out, and shoes left immediately inside the door can block positive energy, accumulating stagnant energy. This is why in many Asian cultures, removing shoes before entering a home is a deeply ingrained practice, ensuring the space remains pure and relaxing. In the bedroom, where your body heals and your mind unwinds, placing shoes, especially near the bed, introduces external chaos into a space meant for restoration. Think of Elon Musk, known for his intense work ethic. If he carried the stress of running multiple billion-dollar companies into his bedroom, his mind would never truly rest. The same applies to all of us. Our sleeping space should be free of external burdens. Similarly, storing shoes under the bed may seem convenient. But in Feng Shui, objects placed there interfere with the flow of restful energy, leading to disturbed sleep. Even Oprah Winfrey, a strong believer in mindfulness and energy balance, has spoken about how decluttering and mindful placement of objects in the home can bring clarity and peace. Understanding where not to keep shoes is essential. But it is just as important to know how to store them correctly to maintain balance and harmony. A dedicated shoe storage area near the entrance, but outside the main living space, acts as a symbolic and energetic barrier between the outside world and your sacred home. Keeping shoes organized and clean prevents chaotic energy from accumulating, while worn-out shoes should be discarded, as they carry stagnant energy and symbolize stagnation in life. Using a small mat or tray under your shoes can help contain their energy instead of letting it spread throughout your home. This practice is common in traditional Japanese and Buddhist homes, where mindfulness in placement brings harmony. Additionally, shoes should always be kept away from high-energy spaces such as altars, meditation rooms, or sacred areas. Just as monks remove their shoes before entering temples to ensure a pure and untainted spiritual space, everything in our environment impacts our energy, focus, and well-being, even something as simple as where we leave our shoes. By making mindful choices, we not only create a more peaceful home but also develop a habit of intentional living. Great thinkers and leaders, from Steve Jobs to the Dalai Lama, have practiced mindfulness in their surroundings, understanding that order in the external world creates clarity in the mind. If they believed in the power of small, mindful actions, perhaps we should too. So tonight, when you take off your shoes, think about where you place them. That simple act might just be the start of a more balanced, peaceful life. The flow of energy within a home is a fundamental concept in both Buddhism and Feng Shui, emphasizing that our living space is more than just a structure, it is a reflection of our emotions, thoughts, and past experiences. Every object within it, including something as simple as shoes, holds energy that can influence our well-being. Consider how highly successful individuals like Jeff Bezos or Warren Buffett carefully manage their personal environments. Their homes are designed for clarity, focus, and positive energy because they understand that external chaos breeds internal turmoil. Even the placement of everyday objects can affect one's state of mind, productivity, and peace. Shoes, often overlooked, carry the energy of every place you've been and every experience you've had while wearing them. If placed incorrectly, they can create energetic blockages, disrupt prosperity, and even impact relationships. The entrance of your home is one of the most crucial areas for energy flow. It serves as the gateway where chi, or life force energy, enters and exits, much like the mouth of a living organism. When the entrance is clean and inviting, positive energy flows freely, fostering peace and abundance. However, if shoes are left cluttered near the door inside the house, they block this flow, creating stagnant and heavy energy that lingers in the space. Many Asian cultures follow the practice of removing shoes before entering a home to prevent external negativity from contaminating their sanctuary. Even highly innovative thinkers like Bill Gates prioritize mental clarity and efficiency. And a cluttered entryway can subconsciously create mental stress, making it harder to focus and recharge. A simple solution is to store shoes neatly in a designated rack near the entrance but outside the main living area. Or better yet, in a closed cabinet to prevent the accumulation of stagnant energy. Another place where shoes should never be kept is the bedroom. This space is meant for healing, rest, and rejuvenation. free from external burdens. However, when shoes are introduced into the bedroom, they bring with them the residue of the outside world, stress from work, public environments, and even moments of conflict. Imagine someone like Elon Musk, whose demanding schedule requires complete mental and physical recovery. If he allowed the weight of SpaceX and Tesla to follow him into his bedroom, his ability to innovate and lead effectively would be compromised. The same applies to everyone. Carrying external stress into our resting space can disrupt emotional balance, making deep sleep and relaxation more difficult. In Feng Shui, misplaced shoes in the bedroom symbolize unresolved tension and disharmony, potentially affecting relationships by introducing unnecessary arguments and stress between partners. The best approach is to store shoes in a separate area outside the bedroom or, if necessary, in a covered storage box to prevent their energy from interfering with rest. Perhaps one of the most energetically harmful places to store shoes is underneath the bed. Many people do this out of convenience. But energetically, it is highly disruptive. The bed is where the body enters a passive state, absorbing the energy of its surroundings. If shoes carrying negativity from the outside world are placed underneath, they can lead to restless sleep, frequent nightmares, subconscious anxiety, and morning fatigue. Even figures like Oprah Winfrey, who emphasizes mindfulness and energy balance, understand that rest is not merely about closing one's eyes, it's about being surrounded by harmony. Sleeping above stored shoes introduces unwanted energy into the most vulnerable state of being, preventing full relaxation and restoration. The optimal solution is to store shoes in a closet or a designated area away from the bed. If space is limited, using a sealed container can help minimize energetic disruption. Ultimately, the way we arrange our surroundings shapes our thoughts, emotions, and even our path to success. Visionaries like Steve Jobs and Richard Branson recognized that an uncluttered space fosters an uncluttered mind. Small adjustments, such as being mindful of where we place our shoes, can lead to a more peaceful, focused, and harmonious life. By improving the energy flow in our living spaces, we invite deeper relaxation, stronger relationships, and a greater sense of control over our environment. Take a moment to observe where your shoes are placed. A simple shift in their location might just be the first step toward a more balanced and successful life. The way we arrange objects in our living space, even something as seemingly insignificant as shoes, can have a profound impact on our mental state, relationships, and overall energy flow. Many influential figures, including Oprah Winfrey and Steve Jobs, have emphasized the importance of decluttering and creating intentional spaces to maintain balance and clarity. Sarah, a 38-year-old professional, had everything she thought she needed: career stability, a loving husband, and a comfortable home. Yet, she constantly felt drained, tense, and restless. Her home, instead of being a sanctuary, felt heavy and chaotic. Initially, she attributed these feelings to work stress. But deep down, she sensed something was off. Conversations with her husband became short and tense. Her sleep was broken and unrefreshing, and her motivation seemed to dwindle without explanation. During a mindfulness retreat, she met a Buddhist teacher and shared her struggles, expecting advice on meditation or stress management techniques. Instead, the teacher asked her a seemingly simple question: "Where do you place your shoes at home?" Taken aback, Sarah hesitated before admitting that she often left them piled up near the entrance and sometimes stored pairs under her bed. The teacher nodded knowingly and explained how the placement of shoes could affect energy flow. Shoes at the entrance create energetic congestion, blocking the flow of fresh energy into the home and trapping external negativity inside. Shoes under the bed disrupt sleep, carrying the stress of daily life into the very space meant for healing and restoration. Skeptical but open-minded, Sarah decided to follow the advice. She moved her shoes to a designated rack, away from these sensitive areas. Within 2 weeks, she noticed a remarkable difference. Her home felt lighter, as if a weight had been lifted. Her sleep improved, and for the first time in years, she woke up feeling truly refreshed. Even her relationship with her husband softened. They started having deeper conversations again. What seemed like a minor physical adjustment had a ripple effect on every aspect of her life. Sarah's story is not unique. Many high achievers, from Bill Gates to Richard Branson, understand the importance of an intentional living space. Marie Kondo's philosophy of tidying up is rooted in the idea that organizing belongings mindfully can invite joy and transform well-being. If something as simple as a cluttered wardrobe can affect one's state of mind, imagine the impact of placing objects in spiritually significant areas. Buddhism and Feng Shui teach that energy flows like water. When obstacles, such as misplaced shoes, block its natural movement, stagnation occurs. This can manifest as mental fog, emotional heaviness, relationship strain, and even financial struggles. However, small but intentional changes can help remove these blockages, inviting renewed harmony and success. Even global leaders recognize the power of conscious placement. Elon Musk keeps his workspaces minimalist and organized, avoiding clutter to maintain mental clarity and innovation. Oprah Winfrey surrounds herself with objects that inspire peace and positivity. Jeff Bezos, known for his obsession with efficiency, understands how the environment influences productivity and mindset. If some of the most powerful minds in the world pay close attention to how their spaces are arranged, perhaps we should too. A small shift, like rearranging your shoes, might just be the first step toward a more peaceful and prosperous life. The way you store shoes isn't just about organization, it's about energy flow, mindfulness, and creating harmony in your living space. Many influential figures, from Warren Buffett to Barack Obama, maintain organized, intentional environments to keep their minds clear and their energy focused. In spiritual traditions, especially Buddhism and Feng Shui, properly storing shoes ensures that you don't bring negative energy from the outside world into your sacred space. In many Asian cultures, it is a long-standing tradition to remove shoes before entering the home. This isn't just about cleanliness, it's about preventing negative energy from spreading indoors. In Japan, removing shoes is a deep-rooted custom tied to respect and spiritual purity. Traditional homes have a genkon, entryway, where shoes are left before stepping onto the clean indoor floors. In Buddhist temples, monks remove their shoes to symbolically leave behind the material world and enter a space of enlightenment. Even Barack Obama, during his visits to Asian countries, has been seen following this custom out of respect and understanding of its deeper significance. If you live in a house with a porch or entryway, keeping shoes outside or in a covered shoe rack near the entrance helps contain their energy. If you live in an apartment, investing in a closed shoe cabinet prevents energy from dispersing into your home. A pile of shoes dumped in a messy heap creates chaotic energy. If you've ever walked into a space where shoes are scattered everywhere, you may have felt an underlying sense of clutter and unease. This principle isn't just about aesthetics. Scientific studies show that clutter increases stress and anxiety. In high-performance environments, such as the offices of Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk, organization is key to maintaining a sharp, focused mind. To apply this concept at home, shoes should be neatly arranged on a rack or inside a cabinet. Each pair should have its own space. And shoes should be regularly cleaned to remove dirt and energetic residue from the places they've been. Even Oprah Winfrey, a strong advocate for decluttering, has spoken about how keeping your space organized leads to a more peaceful mind and an empowered life. Placing shoes directly on the floor allows their energy to seep into your living space. In Buddhist teachings, creating a physical separation between shoes and the ground helps contain the energy they carry from the outside world. A simple yet powerful solution is to use a small mat at the entrance to absorb external energy, or a wooden shoe tray to symbolically separate worldly burdens from your home's sacred space. This small habit, though often overlooked, can make a big difference in shifting the energy inside your home. Old, broken, or unused shoes carry stagnant energy, which can affect the flow of prosperity and well-being in your home. Think about how Steve Jobs approached life. He was famous for eliminating excess clutter and focusing only on what was essential and functional. Similarly, keeping only the shoes you actually use ensures that energy keeps circulating freely. To apply this principle, it's important to get rid of shoes that are damaged, too small, or never worn. Donate or recycle old pairs instead of keeping them stored indefinitely. And keep only shoes that bring value to your daily life. In Feng Shui, broken or unused items symbolize stagnation and blocked opportunities. Letting go of them creates space for fresh energy, new experiences, and personal growth. From world leaders to Buddhist monks, from successful entrepreneurs to ancient spiritual traditions, one principle remains the same: your environment shapes your energy. Shoes, as simple as they seem, are one of the first things that touch the outside world, absorbing all kinds of energy. Being mindful about where and how you store them can have a profound impact on your peace of mind, well-being, and even success in life. Every choice we make, no matter how small, shapes the energy around us. The way we arrange our home, the objects we keep, and even the placement of our shoes, these seemingly simple actions have a profound effect on our inner peace and well-being. Ancient traditions like Buddhism and Feng Shui remind us that harmony begins in our environment. By being mindful of what we bring into our living space and how we arrange it, we can transform our homes into sanctuaries of peace, clarity, and positive energy. So tonight, take a moment to notice where your shoes are placed. Are they inviting harmony? Or are they unknowingly blocking the flow of positive energy? Could this one simple shift create a ripple effect in other areas of your life, your relationships, your emotions, your sense of balance? Perhaps this is more than just a lesson about shoes. Perhaps it's a reminder that mindfulness in small things leads to great transformations. What are your thoughts on this ancient wisdom? Have you ever experienced a shift in energy after making a simple change in your home? Share your insights in the comments below. And if this resonates with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay connected for more spiritual wisdom on Peaceful Horizons.